PoPolitickin.com.
I had a dream I can buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. This episode 3, just two black brothers, Chris Poe, DJ Pierre, bringing it to you live. One love.
This two black brothers.
Yo, man, it's just two black brothers.
This two black brothers.
Yo, man, it's just two black brothers.
Just two black brothers. No, man, it's just two black brothers.
Welcome back to Two Black Brothers. Just two black brothers. Me and my homie Leo. This is Poe. Make sure you check us out, PoPolitickin.com. We on YouTube. Subscribe, like the page. What's up, bro?
What's good with you? What's good?
I'm great, man. How everything been going?
No, man, living, maintaining, try not to get shot by the police. You know?
And this is the third episode, so just tell them what Two Black Brothers is about.
Man, it's supposed to be three black brothers, man. We got one in the incubator right now. So right now we have two black brothers, you know, just two brothers, man. We just politicking, you know the name of my partner, my co-host, PoPolitickin. So it's just a derivative of what he be doing. So y'all just tune in. We try to do it every week, but you know, life happens. But man, it's just a show, man. We just bringing y'all latest and greatest what's going on, just in a different light. You know, so many people doing different shit, but we try to put a little spin on it, man. Make it more entertaining for you.
So what's been going on?
Not much, man. I was like, man, we doing this show, man. People watching it because people come up to me. You know, a lot of that stuff is for entertainment. It's just like rapping. You know, rappers don't really be doing what they be doing. But my little brother, he said, man, you kissed a boy, ew. I saw you on your show. So I said, man, you know, I'm going to have to tone it down a little bit. But what I want to do is I want everybody to kind of know who we are and, you know, our background. So I guess as I'm talking, I go first. But 12-year vet of the Marines, you know, I say 12 year, and people say, dang, though, you must have seen a lot. But I ain't seen nothing. Really. I told my recruiter, man, I said, I'll be the easiest recruit you ever got if you give me an admin jobs. Because I always see little secretary jobs and office jobs on TV. So that's why I want to do something like that. Look cool or whatever. So that's what I did for 12 years. Was a recruiter. I just got my bachelor's degree, so you don't really see a lot of vets with their degree. So I want everybody to know we vets, but we educated as well. So don't just think we two silly niggas, or we would have named the show Two Silly Niggas. You feel me? But,
just two black monkeys.
Yeah, something like that. Two black jigaboos or something. Nah, it's just two black brothers for a reason. But I'm gonna let Poe, cause you know when you do a rap collab, you let the nigga who ain't really got a lot go first, and you let the nigga with the heat go second. So I'm gonna let him tell y'all a little bit about himself or whatever.
All right, so yeah, so like I said, we met in the Marine Corps, but I was on the Marine Corps for 4 years. Then after that, I ended up working in biotech. So I've been working, that's biotechnology, so science lab, work with nerds and shit. So been doing that for like 12 years. I'm a manager now. Then I got a bachelor's in business management, a master's in psychology, and an MBA. But like, I don't know, man, I be kind of looking at the degree shit like a hustle, because I always think about this. So the first school, whatever, in the first degree, who gave him that degree? Like, it was somebody that didn't have a degree that started all that shit. So I be looking at that like, man, I don't know, man.
I mean, that's like a whole little other thing. We was talking about it ain't the same as that, but it was like religion and science. Like, you got some people who believe in religion, you got some people who believe in science, but somebody told me you gotta believe in both.
You do.
Because, you know, they was like, okay, God made the body, but who named it? Who named different parts of the body? Like God said, oh, that's called a capillary. God said, oh, that's going to be called an artery. That's going to be called a femoral. Who named that stuff? And somebody told me one day, it was like, well, man named that, but God gave man that wisdom to name it that.
I would say you gotta believe. Like, I believe in science, because science is like mostly fact, because you experiment, you test it, but at the same time you have to believe in. I mean, I'm not saying religion, but I'm just saying you have to believe in God, because Cause there's some stuff that the science can't explain. So that's the stuff that's God. Like, cause we don't know everything, so that lets you know it's God. Because if science was so complete, we'll know everything about life and we'll just figure this shit out. But it's still stuff that we don't know why it happened and all that. So that's God.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I think you gotta believe in both of them.
And then I said, I guess you had some coworkers. They was kind of upset that I be smoking on my own show on my own YouTube channel.
Yeah, they was like, he smoked right on the camera.
But what's the problem with that? I guess because you have a job,
Like,
you're supposed to
fucking
smoke.
federal job. He smoked. I said, when I go do my year analysis, they ain't gonna bring him in there.
I would say, so this is my, I told this is my medical clearance for this because, like I said, I'm a disabled vet, so, you know, did my time serving the country, so I got aches and elements and astigmatism, so.
Yeah, so the doctor just gave you your medicine.
Yeah, so this medicine, y'all. So people that I don't know, I think a lot of people be messing up with the smoke. But the thing is, like you got people doing all these prescription drugs and all these like fake synthetic weed when you can just smoke the real thing and be all right. But you got people doing all this other shit and getting worse conditions, like doing Xanax and all that shit. So I don't know. I think the weed been straight to me. Shit, I ain't never had a problem with no weed. So like I said, you got a car, it's legal. So I don't know. Like I think that's the older people's myth because people. What do you think about like propaganda? Because I don't think a lot of people understand propaganda and how it works.
No, propaganda is like something that to push your message to get people to follow it. You feel me? So you got positive propaganda, you got negative propaganda. So
I would say I always look at how other races look at us, like black people, and I realize the reason why, because let's say if a race don't really interact with us, but they watch TV, man, they gonna think all we know is like sports and like rap.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't really show us no positive images on TV like that. So that's the way. To me that's propaganda. Just like Mexicans, how they show them all the time, or how they show Asians all the time. They always show them in a bad light.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. So, like, when something bad happens, black person do something bad or something good, they might show like the worst picture they could find of them on the news or whatever.
Oh yeah. They always.
Or like, you know, I even say that thing with when Gabby Douglas. I like, man, this chick won like 4 or 5 gold medals, and all y'all want to talk about is her hair.
Yeah, that was ignorant.
So,
like she's swimming. What the fuck y'all mean? Like, yeah, her hair gonna be.
No, not the swimmer was the gymnast one. Last year. I mean, the last Olympics, not this Olympics.
She out here working, though. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, she ain't have what she supposed to be having a hairdresser. She ain't worried about that shit. She trying to win. Like,
look, if you can win with some nappy hair, you ain't tripping.
Yeah.
But they gotta try to steal your thunder somehow, man. Because, like you were saying, though, yeah, propaganda. Like they probably don't want to hear nobody talking about religion or some biology. They wouldn't expect that. Even though we do got black neurosurgeons and stuff like that, but that's not the narrative. That's not like what we normally do. That's not what we do to get money for the most part.
Yeah, cause I'm saying they don't never talk about like George Washington Carver. He made like 100 inventions with like just a peanut. They don't even never talk about him. Like you don't never hear about him. It's like, do you hear about him anywhere? They don't make no movies. I mean, I ain't seen too many movies about him.
You heard a little bit about him in school, depending on who your teacher was or whatever.
Speaking of propaganda, to me, man, like I look at all these like slave movies and shit, like that's propaganda. Cause everybody, like people be asking me, they be like, "You gonna see that movie?" I be like, "Fuck no." They be like, "Why not?" I be like, "Fuck all that." I was like, to me, all this 30 years of slave shit, why they don't show like 30 years of king? Like they don't never show us, like they just show us like slavery and that's it. But they gotta realize it was some shit before slavery, like Egyptians, that's black people. I don't know, that's what I realized too, man. You know how they be trying to act like Egyptians are not black?
Yeah, they gonna do that.
Like everybody else in Africa black except for Egypt. Egypt ain't black. Egypt, they got them looking like I don't know what the fuck they be having them Egyptians looking like, but the Egyptians will never be black. But I'm like, man, whatever. Because even that one pyramid, you seen that one pyramid where they shut off the nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they had a black nose. That's why they shot it off. They had a big ass nose like ours.
I be looking at my nose sometimes. I'll be like, that shit is big though. But
no, I used to be like, I remember when I was growing up, man. That's why I guess like you gotta realize you got like parents and like family. They gotta realize what they tell they kids. Cause I remember I had this uncle and he'd be like, man, you got a big nose, big lips. So I used to always be like trying to cover that shit up when I be talking, but. You got I don't care what race you is, man. You just gotta embrace, love yourself, and I don't know. I say that's the main thing with me with like different races. Like I just say everybody should have love for their own race, but then at the same time, we all should be able to work together. Like just like in the hood, like love your hood, but that don't mean you gotta disrespect nobody else's hood. Like it's cool.
No, yes, I think that'd be the issue. A lot of people is like, if you ain't loving yourself or loving your race, I think I don't know, because people say, I don't understand. I don't date this person. I don't date that color. I don't date this color. Or the worst ones be the ones who I only like people opposite of my color.
Yeah, I would say too then, cause like I was watching a documentary about like American neo Nazis and shit.
Yeah.
And then like some of them, man, like the reason they be like that, cause they just be looking at it like, cause you know shit. If a white person get with this person, shit, you basically mixed up, eliminated their race. So they be looking at it like self-preservation. So I get that. I kind of see why they think like that, cause if they mix with every other race, it ain't gonna be no more white people. They gonna be extinct. So I kind of see why they think that way, but
Man, white people,
I don't think they should be killing. Like I said, it can be self-love and loving your race, but that don't mean like hate everybody else's race and shit like that.
Nah, white people good. They everywhere. Shit. Oh, man. White person can't tell me they feel like they being oppressed, or they feel like they on the level of brink of extinction for crossbreeding or whatever. Because you think about Africa, but you go to South Africa, I think it's more white people in South Africa than there is any other race.
What I'm saying, white people they like the minority. They in the charge. Like as far as like who's in charge, they're the majority. But as far as the number of people, they're the minority. Cause you got all these other races. Like you combine all these races we got, it's way more of us. Yeah, so I guess they be looking at it like that. Like, damn, man, we about to be wiped out. So I guess I kind of get that, but. Like I said, I don't see why you gotta like be trying to kill other races. I don't know. Like if you really get deep on this shit, man, this shit like war, bro. It's just like these video games we be playing. Like when it be like the video games and you got these different like you had the African tribe, the Mexican tribe, the Russian. Like that shit like that, man. When you think about it.
I play a game like that. It's called Civilization.
Yeah.
You start from a low civilization. You gotta try to build it up to be like the first one who who built the atom bomb or whatever, the Manhattan Project.
So this shit real, man. I think people be caught up in these reality shows, but when you really like think back on this shit, you be like, man, this shit real out here. Like this shit's about like this shit real, bro. I shouldn't
let you take the lead on this shit. All that weed you smoking, you going to some Pharaoh's tomb shit. I'm like that weed
You like this nigga think he Neil deGrasse and shit, nigga.
Yo, what are you doing? Man? I'm sitting here like, damn, what are you doing? He's like, man, but nah, I feel you though. I feel you on it, but I was like, damn, nigga, like my brother. Look, my brother Gerald smoked weed and he called on the phone. He be like, man, I said, what's up? He was like, man, I don't know if people talk. I don't care what nobody said. I was one of the first Americans here. I was like, what? He went on a whole spiel like about the Moors. Like he's sovereign citizen. I'm like, yo, they look at sovereign citizens as domestic terrorists though. Cause they be feeling like they don't gotta he be like, yo, cop pull me over, all I gotta do is show him my Moore paperwork and I'm good. I'm like, alright. I said, alright. Yo, what happened with the with the dude in San Diego that got killed by the cops? They said he pulled a vaping machine out or something, point down.
I don't know. That's what the media said, but then the sister said they were saying the sister called because he was having seizures. So I don't know how the sister called you having a seizure to him pointing a vapor gun smoker thing at you, a smoke vapor at you. I don't believe that shit. Like I said, the sister called because he was having a seizure. But they still like marching and shit. But I don't know, man. Like no disrespect to those people, but we was marching in the '60s. 7 years later, the nigga still trying to march. Like, you can't, man, that shit don't work. What they think that shit supposed to do?
Oh, like I said, man, you
got boycott. To me, instead of marching, start boycotting. And then they'll listen in.
I seen this girl today, she posted a thing, she was like marching and protesting is like a way for the unheard. I mean, like, people whose voices that don't normally get heard to get heard or whatever. But I don't know, I say it's just like, man, I bet you right now, there's some people out there who don't give a fuck what happened to old boy that's black, because it's been some days that passed. You know what I'm saying? Like the first day you hear everybody like, yo man, that's crazy. That's well, let's do this, let's do that. Then
Nah,
they, they
I was gonna say too. That I was noticing though, man. You kind of like that's why I realized too, man. Like to us, because I guess because the dude's black, like it's bigger, more profile to us. But every race be having their own little thing they be going through, but we don't know about it. Cause I had just saw a post. They were saying like this whole week, a Mexican got like some Mexican got killed like every day. So it's like shit.
news, so we ain't hear about it really.
Yeah, so I'm saying like it's always like that. Like shit.
I guess what people say too. That's why people be saying why black people getting all mad when somebody always getting shot or killed in Chicago. They ain't saying nothing about that. I like, man, it's a reason. I'm like, they ain't putting every Chicago murder or every Chicago shooting on the news. We don't know about it. I mean, we do gotta have some type of common sense in this. It's like,
Now I think with Chicago though, 'cause I look at Chicago like okay, it's a system. So I look at like somebody there is allowing it to happen. Like the government out there is allowing that shit to happen. It ain't just the people. Like they can stop anything they want to stop. Just like what was it in Charlotte? They send National Guard down there. Shit, you can send National Guard in Chicago.
you see, Bone was Facebook Live.
And then how that shit, man, that shit don't even make no sense, man. Like that's where Obama from. And then they talking about Chicago, the worstest place. Like, how the hell? You better take care of your hometown. Like, you got your hometown looking crazy.
Y'all heard somebody say, they was like, man, I know how we could fix this. These youngsters going crazy down there. We could let Hoover out. He can get the kids to stop the violence. I'm like, how? That don't make no sense, though. I said, you got to do who most notorious, one of the most notorious gang leaders, gang lords in American history. I don't understand how he could fix it. But in a way, if I think about him, like if they still like look up to him and follow him, like they say he do, I don't know. Can he stop? You think a gang lord could tell a whole gang to stop killing?
Nah, I think they basically trying to say like they need a leader, but at the same time, man, people gotta start leading themselves, man. We gotta quit. That's the thing with black people, man. We always gotta think we gotta have somebody leading us. Like lead yourself, shit. You know what you're supposed to do.
No, I say let them out and try it. Look, they try everything there, but like you said, somebody allowing all that crime to go on because they say Chicago, that's one of the most beautiful cities in America, but you keep that. It's like one of the most segregated cities I've been to, though. Still, to this day, it's like real segregated, and that makes it easy for the city to be racist to me. Like, all right, we ain't gonna put no good jobs in that area because we know that's where all the Italians live, all the whites, all the blacks, whoever they want to feel like they want to go against. But if we gonna keep it on 100, then they're just like these black neighborhoods ain't got a lot of job opportunities in there or whatever. They would have to travel to like a white neighborhood or Asian neighborhood. But then when they get there, they competing against the Asians and the whites for the jobs. And if your name is Sharkeisha Jenkins, you know what I'm saying, and your mom locked up and your dad got killed, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna look at you like you ain't even an eligible candidate. They're not even gonna look at your background. That's the thing. People don't even look at your background no more. It's like my boy said, yo, I'm gonna lie on my resume and say my name is John Brown or John White. I said, but you still gotta go to the interview though. They gonna see you black when you come to the interview. But I don't know. I think that's just one of the things, man. I like people say, you gotta accept who you are, accept what your hand, what hand you give to you or whatever.
Yeah, I say I don't know, man. Like with all this stuff happening with black people, man, I'm kind of just I don't even feel bad, man. Like I just embrace that shit now. Now it like make me smile. Cause I be like, man, all this shit we still be like winning. So it's like I don't know, like that Jordan show. I mean, we still winning. So like whatever shit, y'all ain't gonna stop it. Like I don't know. I think now it's getting better now. I don't know. I guess I was listening to this podcast. His name Tariq Nasheed, and he was saying like it'll be better if Trump win because he's just like more racist, so it'll be more obvious. I think that would be kind of good because then we'll be woke then. Cause I think with Hillary, man, like she kind of low key about it, but she ain't looking out for us either. Neither one of them gonna look out for us. So I'd rather have Trump win, cause then that should just be wide open. Then we know we gotta be on our point and stick together.
Yeah, I think with Hillary, it's like you hear her say stuff, you be like, all right, she could be saying it. With Trump, you already know for a fact. He be trying though, but it still be coming out fucked up. So it's like, I'm like, maybe he didn't say it like that because somebody else wrote it for him or whatever. But yo, only thing I like, because I was reading that thing about that $916 million loss that he took, and
Yeah.
like, man, I was like, look, if the dude, if like the guy said, he ain't do nothing illegal. That wasn't nothing that illegal happened. He just claimed a $916 million loss on one of his businesses. So it's like, all right, well, shit, if you lost $916 million,
Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay no
the way,
taxes. You shouldn't have to pay no taxes. Fuck what they talking about. That's a
that's
lot
why
of
I said
money.
if the system was designed to where he took that $960 million loss, and that mean that
Like he
he
almost lost $1 billion, bro, in
right,
taxes.
and
That's
they
a
saying
billion.
that you
You
ain't
can
got to,
basically
they
say that's
saying
a
you ain't got to
billion.
pay no taxes on it because you ain't got to pay no taxes on it until you recoup that, basically.
But I'm saying that's basically he lost $1 billion.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. Everybody like, oh, he this, he that. I said, look, like when the girl said, Miss America, the girl Miss America said, he called me, he said I gained weight. I'm like, yo, look, everybody know when you trying to be in Miss America or Miss Universe, physical fitness is like probably #1 thing. You know what I'm saying? He might have a bracelet way that he's saying it. We look, us black people, when we see what Trump said, we be like, shit, we gotta talk to more worse than when we was kids by our parents.
Um,
Your mom said, get your fat ass in that kitchen. Get your fat ass out that kitchen. You just ate. Yo. No, white person think you just probably abused that kid. They call the police on you.
huh.
You see a little kid walking down the street, and the mom say some, man, I be saying some crazy stuff. Mom be like, you need to shut your dumb black ass up. Look, kid don't even say nothing. Little kid just shut up. I say, so if you sit on here trying to make Trump look bad because he called a girl Miss Piggy, you ain't winning me over with that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, why you ain't say nothing when he did it?
Right.
You only said something because he running for president now that, oh yeah, I remember 30 years ago, Trump said I was fat. Yo, they said Hillary pushed the black person, was yelling at black people in the 60s when they was trying to march. But y'all don't care about, like, if you a Republican, if you a Democrat, you don't care what Hillary do, even though in the back of your mind you be like, it's fucked up. If you like Trump, then you're not gonna believe shit they say bad about him. But then you got people who just know the real, like.
But they friends though, right?
Yeah, you see, yeah, man.
They be
That's why he was
politicking.
like, he said he gonna expose her, Bill Clinton's like sexual endeavors or whatever. But he don't. He kind of want to because Bill is friend. But
Probably because they did that shit together. That's why. Like you gonna be exposed to yourself. That's why nigga, you don't want to say nothing. You gotta tell both of y'all shit.
say about this threesome, but I was in
Yeah,
this.
that's what he gonna be talking about. He gonna be like, he gonna be like, man, he was in there with 3 bitches, man. They gonna be like, how you know?
Huh. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, you believe what they said like on that game when he was like on that Meek Mill thing? He was talking about Meek Mill FaceTime Nicki while Safari was messing with some chick. That's how Meek Mill got her.
Yeah.
You believe something like? I said we was talking about it yesterday. I think for a chick like to get a chick like Nicki, you probably would do some slime ball shit like that
You
though.
be like, hey, it's Art of War, huh? Art of War. You be like, man, the base player win. Like, oh boy should have been. I don't know. Like, it's like why you? I don't know. He shouldn't be trusting no boy like that either. That's what people realize, man. I realize that. I ain't saying do no dirt, but if you gonna do some dirt, you gotta do that shit like they say by yourself.
By your lonely, do your dirt by your lonely. It's only one. It's only one or two. It's only 2 witnesses.
Yep, that's it. Shit, so that's the thing too. Like you can't be doing, especially if you somebody like Nicki Minaj. You saw that shit? Ain't that what the old boy did to Swaggy P?
Yeah. Russell, what's his name? Russell.
Yeah, Russell something.
That's when you just gotta accept that beat down.
Yeah, these niggas on some new shit. I said, I guess these youngsters, man, they on some new shit, man.
I'm like, yo, if somebody asks you questions like that, first thing you ain't gonna answer them. You gonna be like, nigga, what you talk? Like, what you?
Right.
Why you asking me that?
I know.
No, that's what I said. I'll say that about black people and the cops. I like, yo, if you innocent and a cop pull you over, man, you probably gonna spaz on them just a little bit. Like, yo, cause you see, I don't know, like I think we was talking about it before, but if you got 10 kilos in the trunk and a cop pull you over, you gonna be like, how you doing, Mr. Officer? Here go my license and registration. I'm sorry I was speeding. I know. I'm sorry my toe like cop gonna probably, all right. But if you ain't did nothing, and the cop must come up to you. You like, yo, what's up? What? Yo,
Yeah,
this.
cause I'm
That,
saying you gotta remember too, especially with that stop and frisk shit. Most of the time we ain't did nothing, so you already kind of mad when when you just trying to get home from work and just go home and you getting pulled over. You
exactly.
like, what the fuck, man? I ain't doing nothing. So that's why that's how they get us.
Because it's like, you already know you going to agitate that person,
Yeah,
accusing them. Oh, you look like, man, you saw that video where the cop was on that dude, and the dude kept telling him that wasn't his name? He kept telling the cop, he was like, yo, that ain't my name. He's like, shut up. Throwing him on the ground. Then somebody came outside. They was like, that ain't who you looking for. He like, I know who I'm looking for. I'm looking for such and such. And the dude took his ID out and showed the cop. So the cop was like, all right, I'm going to let you know. Yeah, I made a mistake, you know. But he roughed that dude up. He throwing that dude all over the hood of the car and everything.
that's how I
So
get
I
it.
was like, the dude kept, he's like, why you resisting? Like, he's like, man, I ain't who you looking for.
Yeah, I said
And,
I guess they we all look the same. That's what they be trying to say now.
man, that shit's stupid, boy. Like I said, we had got pulled over by the dude in Kansas. I was telling my wife, I was like, just chill. Don't make no movements. Because it's like 5 in the morning with no street lights, man. I'm like, he could shoot us all right now, just drive off. He like, and he shaking, so I'm like, yo, he getting real nervous or whatever. The cop start shaking or whatever while he looking at my phone, like to see if I got insurance or whatever. But you know, my wife, she like, yo, I want to see where you clock me at. I want to see the radar. I want to see everything. I'm like, yo, we don't need all that. We just get this ticket and leave.
Yeah, I know, right?
She get out the car, go to the cop car. Like, I'm just looking forward in the passenger seat, like, man, hope I don't hear no gunshots, because I know how she is. But he just gave her a ticket and we just left or whatever. But I was like, yo, he a sucker, man. I felt like he was a sucker because he was on one side of the street. He seen us. We only car on the road. Then he moved to the other side of the street. And as soon as we passed through the little yellow blinking light, he turned the lights on. And I'm like, shit, it wasn't even the beginning. Was it the end of the month? I don't even think it was the end of the month. It was like the 24th. So, I mean, I know he probably need to get them tickets or whatever, but I said, man, we almost had this little Black Lives Matter moment, man.
Yeah.
But
So
what's good though with you? What you got, man? Let the people know what you got coming up, man, because they see us. But I'm like, yo, there's more to just what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got interviews you putting out like just about every day.
yeah, I mean, shit. If they listen to this, all they gotta do is go to the YouTube page and subscribe. They'll see all the interviews I'm posting up over there.
Man, you know we lazy, man.
I know. It'll be on here. Shit. They'll see it somewhere. Shit. If they found this video, they should know how to find the rest of this shit.
For real.
Like, god damn. Like, this social media shit, this internet shit is getting harder and harder. Like, you gotta fucking just, I don't know, that shit get hard. It's like, look.
Oh look, real quick, my 9-year-old. I'll tell you a little bit of what he was saying. That nigga trying to get. He just got a little personality. He like me. He wears feelings on his sleeve or whatever. Then he said, "How much money you give my mom or whatever?" So I told him. No. I backtrack. I took him to the store. So I bought him some sneakers I bought my daughter's sneakers for like my daughter's sneakers was like 130, and my son's sneakers was like 70 or whatever. So later we was talking, he was like, yo man, how much, man, you got a lot of money. You buy all sneakers and stuff like that. I was just like, well, I don't really make a lot of money because I give your mom a lot of money too every month. He was like, how much you get? So I told him, he was like, dang. He said, that's a lot of money. She should be rich. He was like, but you know, Dad, every time we ask for something, this is what he did too. He said, every time we ask for something, she say, she ain't got no money. Yo, I was like, yo, what she do? He's like, she say she ain't got no money. I was like, damn. I said, it's a cold game because I said, he already know, like, this shit means she probably lying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was just like, every time I ask for something, she always say, come ask me. But I don't think he knew, like, because when we got divorced, he was probably like 4 or 5 or whatever. So it was like, he didn't really understand what's going on. But that's why I said, there's probably a lot of dudes in that situation, like kid like 6, 7 years old, probably paying child support, but the kids don't know because mom don't give them shit. And they don't really see their dad a lot. So I was like, I guess we gotta like talk to the kids or just give them more, what I say, you can learn from the kids. I think you can learn from kids if you give them that. You know what I'm saying? You know how a kid don't let them like overstep their boundary or whatever, like walk in the house and start like cussing you out and shit like that. But if you just sit down and talk to them and ask them questions, I think they really know some shit because they soak up everything they see. You know what I'm saying? I see a 2-year-old dance like Beyonce.
2-year-old.
Yeah, that nigga had her in the cabinet of and the nigga had an entertainment center. He put the daughter in an entertainment center. He had a little radio next to the entertainment center. Then he was like, "Hey everybody, I want to introduce y'all to Lil Beyonce." And nigga pushed play on the thing, and that one of her Beyonce songs came on. And a little girl came out the bottom of the entertainment center and started dancing just like Beyonce. I was like, "Damn, how a little girl know how to do that shit?"
I know.
She came right out that motherfucker dancing just like doing a little hip, the little da 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 da. I'm like, damn. Little girl watching some Beyonce, her mama told her how to do it, but that shit was crazy.
All
But
right,
yeah,
man.
man.
So we about to go and roll out. Anything you want to leave the listeners with?
Look, I'm gonna give you some words from the great Sue Surf, Tsunami, because off of Cocaine Paradise. Little 12-year-old throwing his gang in the sky. I don't judge him. I don't judge him. That could be my little cousin. Told him if he don't live for something, then he can die for nothing.
Huh.
So people, don't judge everybody. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live for something, man. If your life, if you want to live for that gang, you want to live for that color, you know what I'm saying? You want to live for the military, whatever. Don't judge it, man. You gotta stand for something, man. Some of y'all out there lazy as shit ain't standing for nothing, and you wonder why you getting left in the wind.
So what you stand for?
I stand for my family.
Huh.
You know who I stand for though? Right now, I mean, I guess I'm standing for my in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like this federal government thing, but in my mind, I think I think I got another calling. You know, so I'm trying to like maneuver my way and see what it is because everybody tell me different things. Like, man, you got a good radio voice, good TV voice, whatever, or I be speaking like a lot of political stuff, but I ain't ready yet because I still got to read more. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. So, but I think right now I'm standing for just my family right now, man. Because I say team us. You know what I'm saying?
This is two black brothers.
Yo, man, it's just two black brothers.
This is two black brothers.
Yo, man, it's just two black brothers.
Just two black brothers.